Okay, let me share. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Velero committee meeting. And first, let's do some status update. And let's begin from Xun. Xun, please.
I was working on the proposal to separate resource filter into cluster scope and namespace scope, and also the Velero code package update, especially according to the TMC requirements. Basically, that's all.
Okay, thanks. And Ming?
First, the Velero 192 is released. Second, I'm doing the Velero performance test, copy and restrict comparison test, which mainly focus on the vast tiny files. Our vast directories are both situation. Yeah, that is from my side.
Okay, thanks. And myself is working on the PVB and PVR refactor. And for example, some command parameters that is named with Jurassic and should be renamed. And the daemon set itself will be renamed to node agent under the namespace of Velero. That's from my side. And Wenkai.
Yeah, the PR for supporting pause schedule is merged, and the second item is I'm reviewing the PR for error plugin. This PR try to use the service principle rather than the story count to do the authentication and authorization. Yeah, I'll give some comment, and I'm still doing the review. And the third one, I will update the error plugin to support the VSL credential. Yeah, this is status from me.
Okay, thanks. And Daniel?
Yeah, I've been reviewing some PRs and investigating some issues targeting 110FC related to AWS plugin. There's one tricky thing that the snapshot of AWS may exceed the limit in some certain cases. I spent a fair amount of time trying to reproduce, but didn't have a lot, so I'll need to continue investigating that. The other one related to KMS ID thing is probably fixed very soon.
Okay, thanks. And then we can go to the discussion session. So I think Chumin will help to give share a demo of the copy path, right? Chumin?
Yeah.
Okay, then I deliver the sharing to you. You can share now.
Okay. And that is a demo that I am recording last week, and we still have some ports name. Our parameter, our CLD field has the restrict keyword, but we are doing the rename work, and that is not affect our functionality.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to the copy out to do the backup and restore. All the results I'm created is in the GCP cloud. Let's check the original results first. Yeah, it is here. Then I'll install the Velero with the Velero install command. As you see that we are running the GCP cloud, and the bucket is here. Compared with the previous version of Velero, we add a new parameter that is upload type. We can specify it with copy out restrict. Here we use the copy out means we use the copy out to do the backup and restore. Yeah, it goes here. Yeah, let's check the port status of Velero. Yeah, it's running. Let's check the backup location. Yeah, it is available. Let's check the Velero backup. Yeah, there is no backup here. So first, let's do the backup. Use the backup create command. Yes, let's wait a moment. Yeah, it is completed. There was a little differences between the Ristic and the Copia. So for the series, I can show you that. Yes. For the port volume backups series that it shows we use the Copia to do the volume backup, and another series that is the backup repository. Yeah, here it is. That shows the current backup repository as Copia. Also, we can check the bucket in the cloud. Let's refresh it. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, here goes. In the bucket, we have a new subdirectory that is Copia, and the Copia directory that stored all the port volume status here. Yeah. Then I'll delete all the original resources to do the restore later. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. Yeah, it's all gone. Let's check the status. Yeah, there's no there's in the engine's example namespace. Then I do the restore from the backup. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, still in restoring. Yeah, it's completed. So let's check the resources here. Yeah, it's all being recovered. Also, we can check the another 30, that is the port volume restore. Yeah, it shows that we we use the copy uploader that restore the port volumes. Okay, that is the copy integration demo. Thank you.
Okay.
Is there any questions? Yeah, that is the demo from my side, Yonghui.
Okay, thanks. Me. Okay, the next one is discussion topic from Daniel. So Daniel, please.
Yeah, can I share my screen?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Okay. So the problem came from a discussion with Shubang regarding the CSI plugin. Can you see my screen? I'm sharing the HackMD file.
Yes, we can see it.
Cool. In this discussion, Shubang mentioned that because CSI plugin is a backup item action plugin, and it will create the CSI snapshot, volume snapshot, content, etc., and add them to the additional items for the backup. But in a corner case, when user create the backup using some include exclude filters or other selectors, and the additional items do not satisfy those filters, and this will be filtered out, and which will leave the backup in an incomplete state. At the same time, in the internal project we are working on, we also see the similar issue, which where we try to use Velero to back up a workload that is heavily based on CRs. And when user create a CR, the controller will create a lot of random resources here and there in different namespaces. It's not realistic to let user to label each of the items and to make sure they are backed up successfully. So we create a custom plugin, so we have the same issues. If those additional resources do not meet the requirement of the filters, and the backup will be incomplete. So I think it may be easier that we establish a simple contract to allow the backup item action plugin developer to tell Velero these are the additional items, do not exclude them in your backup, they are must have. So I have a POC here and things seem to work. It's very simple. In the back item, what's the funk name, by the way? Yeah, in the item backupper, when executing backup item action here, okay, get the updated item and additional items, and in this for loop, it will check the annotation of the return updated item. So if the backup item action added a must include item annotation, like this, backup.io must include additional items. If this annotation is added to this object by the backup item action plugin, the Velero backup will skip this exclusion check, so that the additional items returned by the backup item action will be included in the backup, disregarding the include/exclude filters. So in that way, we can make sure the backup is complete. I discussed this with Scott on Slack direct messages, and draft this PR. I think after this meeting, I'll ask Shubham and Scott take another look. My goal is to, yeah.
So is this a behavior change, like in the existing plugins?
No, because existing plugin will not add this annotation. So I think we are relatively safe here. This is additional incremental change, only for the plugin that is adding this annotation to the input item. This additional items will skip the checking, the filter. Yeah.
Which plugin is that right now?
It's a backup item action plugin. Currently, there is not any released backup item action plugin doing this. I'm adding this because we may need it in an internal project where we will create a custom plugin that will add this annotation so that user will back up the CR only, but Velero will trigger that backup item action plugin and back up a lot of other resources. That's one use case. The other one maybe in future CSI plugin, because currently Shubham is trying to somehow add label or tweak the attribute of these CSI resources created by the plugin to make sure they are included in a backup when user create any filters when creating the plugin.
And also I'm thinking, right, so inclusion is fine because we don't know what else to include, but if customer explicitly said exclude a resource, should we still include it?
Currently, the idea is we should, because we don't want customer, because if the assumption is like this, when the plugin developer says you must include this additional item, there's a reason for that, because without these items in this backup, the restore will fail, right? This is the contract or the assumption here. We give a plugin developer the way to make sure the additional plugin are included in the backup, such that the backup will be successfully restored. That's the idea under the hood. So I don't think Scott mentioned that we may add a switch in the backup CR so that even this annotation is added, we can still skip. I mean, we can still apply those filters, but I'm not sure if the right thing. We can continue the discussion, but in my opinion, if the backup item can say, hey, you must include this, I don't think we should allow users to skip that, because that's, we are allowing a user to make mistake explicitly, and the user may be confused and may make mistake. We should avoid that. That's my understanding of the problem. Are there any comments?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, what you're saying makes sense. So include definitely the exclude part. I don't know, because if user is saying, I don't want this resource to be backed up, and then the resource shows up. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the use case.
Yeah, I think we may add some log and somehow properly document this implementation, and also add explicitly a guideline to the plugin developers that you should use this annotation only in the case when this is necessary somehow. Yeah, but this is a draft plugin, so if you have any concern, please feel free to add any comment here. I'll since they are not there, I'll ping Shubang and Scott offline about this. But we will try to have it in a patch of 1.9, because this is not very conventional, but we are really on a tight schedule for the internal project, so we don't have time to wait for the 1.10. I think since this does not introduce any break change, we are probably okay. That's all I want to share.
Okay, Daniel.
Okay.
So the annotation is added by the plugin, right? So
Yes.
do we need to delete it after the backup, or we keep it there?
Yeah, that's a good question. And we should delete it. Otherwise, there will be the annotation will be left here, and it may confuse in the future backup if I restored these resources and backup again in the new target cluster. So here we explicitly deleted.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, then I think we have done for all the discussion. So do we have any other things or any other update to make today? Okay, if not, I think we can stop the meeting here today earlier, and we can continue any discussion later offline, and also we can review the Copia demo from the record. Okay, thanks everyone.
Yeah, just want to say maybe Min can share the demo, or no, we can review this recording. Yeah.
Okay, have a good day and good evening. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.